guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And in today's video, I'm going to give you kind of a walkthrough of our day in the life using Campfire curriculums. I see it all the time mentioned on Campfire Crew. What does a day actually look like using this? Can you use this as your core? And really that all depends. It all depends on what you want out of homeschool. It depends on what unit you're using. It really depends on your family. But I'm going to show you how right now for this month of what is this month? Oh my gosh, it's November. For the month of November, we are using that in the season of Thanksgiving. So there's two Thanksgiving units. There's in the season of giving thanks, which is more of like a thankful unit, family traditions, all those great things. And then there's in the season of Thanksgiving, which is more historical, which is what I wanted for our homeschool. So we could learn the history behind Thanksgiving. So if you'll just follow us along, we've already done math and my son did not want to be filmed doing math, and I always honor his wishes if he wants to be on camera or not. So he's already finished math. He's taken a little video game break to let his brain rest, and then we'll get started. So while we're waiting on him, I'm going to show you kind of how I have it set up, how I have his notebook set up and his friend that homeschools with us, and just kind of show you what we're doing for today. So we use the flex binders here. I think I got them at Target. You can find them on Amazon, Walmart, things like that. That's what I've got this unit in. And if you've watched any of my past videos, I have used the Pro Click before, which works perfectly fine. I've put them on my iPad and read them straight from Google Drive. But this one I did print out and I put in here. Now I only printed out the Advanced Learner, and that's what I'm using to teach our lessons. So my son's 13, his friend is about to be 11, and we're using this. But I do recommend opening up the other files that come with it, the other levels, because sometimes you'll find some really fun activities in some of the other levels that you can do. So this is the advanced, the teacher guide. So what's going to happen today is we're going to do lesson 6. It does say to let the kids manipulate Play-Doh or clay as you're reading, and that's totally fine. I asked my son if he wanted to do that. He said he'd rather not. He doesn't like the feel of that on his hands. So we're not going to do that, but I do have something to keep their hands busy, and it kind of goes along with the lesson. So as you'll see, we're going to read this. I'm sorry, the sun's coming in and out. We got a partly cloudy day here. Right here, it's got an optional activity suggestion, and it's to make a gift for someone. So I thought we could do this thankful tree. Here, we'll put it in the sun. Maybe you can see it better. We're going to do this thankful tree. They're going to pick somebody that they're thankful for, and they are going to make them a leaf that tells all the things they're thankful for about them. Try to make that a little better. That's what they're going to work on while we're reading and discussing this unit. So we'll just keep reading through this. That's all you do is you read. You can stop and do activities. Here's a think tank and your faith focus here and continued. So when we're done with that, we move to the core connections. So in this one, the core connections are science and health and language arts. So today we actually have a little experiment to set up. We're also going to check on our bread experiment that we did last week. So I'll be sure to show you that. So we're going to do this science experiment. It's very easy to do. You don't need very much. And then we're going to do our language arts, which has been building over time. They build throughout the unit. So that's what you're going to see us do today. Now, let me show you their notebooks. So for both the boys, I do use the same binding system. And since I do not print them, the actual unit themselves, I will make them a page if it's something I need them to write on. Like I made this page to go with the first lesson. And then in the younger journal, it talked about Native American war paint. So we looked at pictures of that, and neither one of them wanted to paint their faces. So I found them just a blank face, and they got to do the war paint of their choice. This was actually in the early learner, and this is just something they do if they have some extra time. They have a Thanksgiving word search, and then this word scramble. Here I made this page myself so they could write a friendship treaty. That was in one of the lessons. This went with their science that day. This page I actually did print for them because it was easier for them to take this from the lesson and do the underlining and writing the synonyms for these words. So sometimes I print the pages if I need to, and then sometimes we just strictly use notebook paper. A lot of these core connections can just be done on notebook paper. So I just wanted to show you how I had it set up. And then I also have their character cards here in the back. And so as we discover these people in the story, they add to it. I love the way that it tells us if they were fictional or if they were real. And so that's what we're working on, and they add to that as we meet new people in the story. Which one is that one?
This one, the hands wash.
Oh yeah, the dirty one has mold on it.
Hand sanitizer only has a little bit of mold. What's this one?
Untouched. Untouched is still
Perfectly
fine.
fine.
This was our bread experiment from last week in the science and hygiene. And so we talked about unleavened bread and all that good stuff. You can make your own, but we didn't do that. We did do the bread experiment. So we touched this piece of bread with dirty hands, our hands washed, untouched, and hand sanitizer. So we're going to check it out today. Really, we were supposed to leave it for a week, so Thursday would be a week. But if you'll notice, this one's getting kind of yucky. This is the dirty one. And there's a little bit you can't really pick up on camera that's starting to form there. And then the hands washed, that ripped when we came out. So there's not something eating away at our bread. The hands washed, there's nothing on the front. There is a tiny, tiny little bit of white on the back, so that's kind of gross. The untouched doesn't have anything on it. And then the hand sanitizer, I think it's just right here at the bottom. You can see that. So we're going to put it, oh, there's some right there too. We're going to put it back in the pantry. We've had it in the bread box in a dark place. We're going to put it back in the pantry and we'll check again on Thursday. All right, well, that's the end of our day. We did one lesson of Campfire curriculum, so we're going to move on and go to the park because it ended up being a beautiful day. If you have any questions about Campfire curriculums or this Thanksgiving unit, make sure you leave it in the comments below. Also, check out some of my past videos. I do share flip-throughs of a lot of the units that we've done from Campfire, and then a couple of like do a lesson with me. I don't really know how many I have, but I do know I have some. And also check out Campfire's website and Campfire Crew on Facebook, and you can also find them on Instagram. And if you like homeschooling type content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching.